Who is more attractive, liberal or conservative men, and why?
Unfortunately, I would say conservative.
I would say conservative as well.
Well, we're going to disagree.
We're definitely going to disagree.
Conservative, definitely.
Liberal, because I like a man who supports women and supports a lot of things that conservative men just don't.
And I like a manly man, and I like the blue-collared, hard-working man.
I would say that conservative men tend to adopt the traditional idea of what a man is. So they're strong and they're,
Liberal men. They usually have a more open mind, I think.
And I think they actually care about people more.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Republicans care about money. And liberal men are definitely more progressive and open-minded and just better in general, in my opinion.
Do you guys sense what I'm sensing? Because I think some of those women were lying. I think the ones that were saying that they prefer liberal men, they were either taking too long to answer the question or their body language just told it all. And the reason I say that is most women are pretty consistent with the personality traits that we look for when it comes to men. And they traditionally or typically like men that show these traits that I'm actually going to share with you. So there's a difference between conservative men and liberal men. And this is no knock to liberal men, okay? Love you guys too. But when it comes to certain values, and not politics, but just values in life, there's traditional and then there's progressive or liberal. Men that fall in that liberal space typically allow the woman to lead with her ideals, whereas a traditional man typically does not. He's not having it. So, and that's usually what women like. They don't want to be the leader. Naturally, we're not born to be leaders. We're not born to lead men. And it just goes to show you that over the years, people have not changed. We try to say that, men should do this or men should do that. Women should be allowed to do this and be that. But in reality, I'm realizing that the more that we change and become progressive as humans, the less happy people are. And the more simple that we keep things when it comes to our ideals and way of life, usually the happier people are. So when it comes to a traditional or conservative man, I'm going to give you 6 personality traits. 1, masculinity. A traditional man is often expected to exhibit stereotypically masculine traits such as strength, courage, assertiveness, and competitiveness. I would say competence too. 2 is provider. Being the primary provider for the family, both financially and emotionally, and also provision too, when it comes to decision making and, really just decision making. 3, protector. Being a protector of the family physically and emotionally. So that goes back to the provision piece as well. Helping people to not make self-destructive decisions, I think is important. Stoicism. Being emotionally strong and able to control and suppress emotions. This one is very interesting because women always say that they want a man to be more emotionally available, but studies typically show that the moment that a man starts to cry or be extremely emotional in front of a woman or his wife or girlfriend, fiance, whatever, she usually loses interest very quickly. So, food for thought. Leadership is number 5. Taking charge and making decisions in the family and being a leader. Number 6 is respectful. Treating women with respect and difference and upholding traditional gender roles. But also that man will be respected by others, especially his social group and coworkers and friends. So why is it that people are always challenging traditional roles? It seems to me that when people fall into their typical roles, they're happier. When you actually go away from your role, or the standard roles for men and women, you're not as happy. And it's been proven actually that when women are operating in more of a masculine state or men are being led in their household by women, they're not happy. it's funny because a lot of women, I'm going to tell you guys this, don't listen to women. When they say be more emotional, usually do the opposite of what they're saying. When they say, you know, they want certain things, but their behaviors show something different, it's hilarious to me. And because I think it's just a lot of this and less action or less paying attention to the actions. When it comes to traditional roles, my take on it is I'm for it. I'm 100% for traditional roles. I think that we as humans, we haven't evolved. Society has evolved around us, but in general, we have not evolved. We're not growing extra fingers and extra toes. So when it comes to the things that make us happy as human beings and what we tend to gravitate to, it usually makes sense to keep those roles traditional and keep them the same. But as I've seen, and I've been on this planet for 35 years, as I've seen people constantly try to change gender roles or challenge gender roles, society has gotten a lot more chaotic and a lot less happy. So let me know what you guys think. And if you liked this video, check out these.